so welcome. Okay, and sharing my screen. And we're going to dive right in. Here we go. And we'll do presentation mode. And we'll get started. Here we go. Okay, so please let me know if you don't mind in the chat box giving me a thumbs up or some indication that you can hear me okay and you could see this first slides, because I've had experiences where it was, oh, mon Dieu, they haven't been able to see anything. So in the chat box, if someone could just let me know that you can see and hear me and see the slides. Okay. Awesome. Okay, let's see here. Awesome, got a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Michelle. Wonderful. Okay, welcome. We're going to get right into it. Welcome to Choose Your Mom Coaching Niche already. So we can get you rocking and rolling and start with the foundation so you can grow your coaching biz with a simple yet solid plan. And you are at the right place if you are a mom coach and you're just exploring how to get more specific than I coach moms. And even just introducing you to who this is for is already a lesson in, even though I am a coach for moms, or you may be as well, your niche decision is going to be fluid, it's going to be flexible, just like this webinar, because this is also for you if you just happen to be a mom who is a coach. The principles I'm going to introduce you to today can help you. Yeah, and I can help you too. So even if you don't coach moms, but you still just want to get really specific on who it is you serve and how you help. And that way, we're going to get you some more confidence too and showing up consistently. And then finally, maybe you're not even a coach yet, but you have a business and you're interested in starting offering some one-on-one services, or you're kind of like my neighbor. I went for a walk with my new neighbor recently. She is in corporate, but she was very intrigued on what it is I do. And she's like, I can help moms who have gone through a similar journey as mine. So maybe that's you, and you're just kind of exploring how you can implement your life experiences in a coaching niche. And I'm going to show you how simple that can actually be. And this is the first step. Okay, so niche. Niche, I love saying this, is the French word for nest. So I had to get a photo of someone holding a nest because we're just cupping our hands to the universe saying, I can help you specifically, and specifically with this. And just checking my mic is still on. Okay, so what you're going to learn today is how this active decision is going to help you create more clients. And pretty much everyone knows this, but a lot of people resist choosing a niche. And there's so many reasons why, and we're going to get into that, obviously. So we're going to explore that resistance, and then we're going to just go ahead and choose one anyway. And I came up with a really fun way to come up with a niche statement. So if you had a chance to download the workbook, you may have got a little sneak peek onto what that looks like. But basically, my daughter's going through a smoothie kick, and she has her little smoothie recipe on the fridge. And I'm like, hey, that is inspiring me to look at choosing a niche in a different way. And we're also going to, I'm going to guide you into, okay, now that you have decided on a niche, if not by the end of this training, I'm sure by the end of the day of you actually getting to checking out this training, now what are you going to do? So I'm going to show you how this makes up the foundation for your coaching package, your simple 4x1 marketing plan. And in turn, this is going to give you so much confidence in your ability to help your ideal clients. And in the teaser email saying, okay, guys, we're going to be going live in an hour, I said something to the effect of, this is going to go beyond your business. This is going to touch into your confidence in your personal life, in your relationships, because you're going to wake up every day anchored in with how you are making a ripple effect in the world by simply just choosing one niche and knowing it's going to impact other people's lives, your own personal life, your family, your community. Okay, let's dive right in. Okay, so in case you don't know me, I'm Kathy Stoll. And check it out. I wrote here, the business coach for moms who coach moms. So I purposefully did the. So just so you know, whenever you write the with all caps, it turns into the. And this is what choosing your niche is going to do for you too. You're going to be a the person. So I have been a mom coach for over a decade. And I started off, I'm going to get into my journey a little bit more in a sec. But my point is, I know what moms respond to best, and that is simplicity. Ever since I became pregnant, I was noticing like, whoa, I'm craving corn on the cob and simplicity. And I think the reason is because it makes making decisions so much easier. And as you know, as an entrepreneur, it's just one decision after another, the micro decisions, the macro decisions, all the little decisions in between. So if we can just like pull off our plates as many decisions as possible, we can show up consistently with a really clear message, with a really defined energy of confidence. I know I can help you. That's when we start getting profitable. So this is how I came to this point. This is a picture of me when my brain got bent in a good way. So I had a mom blog forever, and I went on a mama only retreat, and I was like, whoa, I got all these epiphanies of, I know I want to do, I want to help moms create space in their day by implementing simplicity into their life so that they can really tap into what their soul is craving. And so I moved into becoming a coach, and I started off with what I called Mama Bliss coaching, because I felt the result I was bringing my ideal clients to was bliss. And this is what I work with my clients as well. We come up almost with your own personal urban dictionary. Like you come up with words that just sort of says everything to you, and you use that as your anchor. For me, bliss meant the absence of anything that made me feel like I was in my worst parenting moments, like anxiety or impatience. Once that is lifted, then I was able to tap into that corn on the cob craving of, this is what I'm really craving. This is what my soul is guiding to. So I call this following the bliss crumbs. And this is part of the process of landing on your niche. So you just kind of like move towards kind of what your gut is kind of like beckoning you towards, and remembering there is a wisdom in that. So I want you to trust your gut, trust the process, because this is what brought me to where I am today. So when I started coaching moms, I had no idea that then was going to lead me to teaching moms how to coach moms for 7 years, to then making a pivot to teaching coaches who coach moms to get clients. It's always just checking in. Okay, looking at my life experiences, my training, my education, my skills, and what I'm kind of like itching to do now. How can I most serve? And then you can always course correct, but just start somewhere. And what I've noticed ever since my days of coaching moms to bliss, that the same principles apply. With simplicity, following your bliss, you can stay consistent, and consistent action is going to get you the results that you want. Okay, so this is how you're going to feel later on today. So before you are decided on a niche, you're going to feel a little bit like, I don't know who I'm serving or how to, how I help them. And now we're going to come up with the niche statement. You're going to feel more confident of you have a tangible way that you're going to make a difference and impact someone's life in a very concrete container. Before having a niche, you're going to feel like you're just kind of like talking to everyone, but really in your soul, you know that maxim, if you're talking to everyone, you're talking to no one. We're going to get you so clear on your messaging, plus have that scaffolding of an irresistible offer that is going to actually be sellable. And then you're going, before you choose a niche, you're going to be just constantly asking yourself this question: what's my niche? Do I need a niche? What if all the fear stuff's going to come up? So today, or very soon after this webinar, at some point soon, you're going to commit to one of these niche statements that we're going to like pour out of the niche smoothie blender. And we're going, or I'm going to encourage you to commit to this for at least the next 3 months. And I'm also going to share at the end of the training how I can help you do that. All right, so what are the classic reasons that people aren't committing to their niche? This is the number one reason: fear. If this GIF was working, you'll see poor little Kermit quaking in his flippers because that's how it feels. It feels scary to make a decision sometime, and that is just our brain keeping us safe. So lucky for us, we are coaches. So I really encourage you, if you are coaching already, just do a brain dump of if you had a client coming to you fearful of taking this next step. So just want you to also embrace coaching yourself through this decision. But the fear piece is classic reasons people are worried that they are going to exclude people. So I'm sure we come from a long line of people pleasers, you know, like I have my mom visiting us right now. So it's just really interesting, just kind of hearing and thinking about the ancestral stuff that us as women, that we're always looking out for other people, making sure everyone's doing good. We're happy, you know, everyone's happy. And I'm busting myself, even like looking at myself through her eyes. So we're always wanting, there's a fear that we're going to make someone feel bad. So I just want you to remember that just because you're choosing a niche, you are still offering, first of all, the ripple effect to the universe, to the world outside of the chosen niche that you're going to land on. But still, people outside of that niche, if it was meant to be, are still going to get a lot out of you showing up and offering free value in your marketing. Maybe they might even reach out to you to work with you. There's just something about your vibe. My classic example for this, a couple of times I've hired coaches myself that are outside of me being in their niche, but there was that essence. There was part of their story that resonated with me. I worked with a coach whose niche was working with yoga professionals, and I was working with moms, but I have a background as a yoga instructor, like when my kids were babies. So the principal's still like, ooh, I see where she's going with this. So don't worry that about excluding people. And people are worried they're going to make the wrong choice. So as I like to say, a girl's always allowed to change her mind. So that's why I like to encourage you, go with your gut, commit to the choice for 3 months, reassess. And I bet you your gut's not going to lead you wrong. Like I said, I've had my first, it began as a blog. I started it when my daughter was a baby and she is 16. She is driving me around town. It's really fun, but that's a long time. So when I began my business was when she was just going to kindergarten. I could do a search on my website. You can get a little snapshot, and all my taglines they still can be related to what I do today. So just trust that you can't predict where your niche is going to be like 3 years from now. You could make your best guess, but don't worry about making the wrong choice. You can always change your mind, and I bet you it's going to work out the way it's meant to be. You might worry that you're going to limit your income potential because you're going to have a smaller net to huck into the ocean, if that's the saying. um, is actually counterintuitive. You're actually going to increase your income potential for if you choose one target audience, especially one struggle or one result, all the parts that make up your niche statement, then you are going to be the go-to person. You're going to be the in all caps for a particular audience. And in that case, you are going to be in demand. You are going to get to raise your prices once you get fully booked. It's really going to establish you as an expert, and experts get paid more. It's like going to a doctor. Specialists get paid more, right? And you're worried, the commitment thing being tied down to just one offer. I always like to encourage my clients to make one signature offer that pretty much sums up their niche statement. But I want you to know that you have my blessing. You could offer, like I am offering right now, a little sub offer, but not only that, your free content is an offer. I always have a free training like this once a month. Next month, it's going to be a 5-day challenge. So that is an opportunity to get I want to make more than one offer yayas out. But there's so much opportunity in marketing your signature offer that people who aren't ready to afford to pay working with you one-on-one aren't going to be left hungry. And again, I got my white lab coat on. That's half the fun of being an entrepreneur. You can try if you're feeling like, I want to offer a separate offer, go for it. But remember, we're going to make you a dream offer for your ideal niche, and that should suffice. Okay, your niche statement. If you haven't guessed yet, it's essentially your I help statement. And again, you got your workbook that you can move through. We're going to fill in these blanks throughout this training. And I'm also going to offer an example for you to show you it's a no-brainer. So I want you to just go with the flow, and remember, you can always do this again. Ideally, in 3 months' time, assess the niche statement you came up with. How does it feel? Is it working for you? And if not, you can start all over again. I like to think our brains are still growing. We're with our life experiences. Maybe, we're going to be guided towards a different direction, and that's perfectly okay. But let's start with today's brain, shall we? Okay, so what your niche statement is for, it's actually only for you. Yeah. So I don't also, another fear is if you choose a niche, you're going to have to make a big stink about it. You're going to have to change your website. You're going to have to do a press conference. No, no, no. What I'm talking about, it's something that you can just hold close to your heart for now. So often I have, clients, or I talk to people on discovery calls. They might say, "Ooh, I'm going to work with you, but first I want to get my website all set up." This is a great starting off point. Use your niche statement as something that's going to anchor you into designing the rest of your business. And this is going to be, I wonder if I talk about it next. Oh yeah, there we go. It dictates the rest of I like to say your client's sales uterus. Because when I was doing another webinar training, I was talking about your sales funnel, and it's kind of like this, so you got your freebie, and it kind of brings them into your world. So they're on your email list, and there you get to nurture them with free trainings. And then they come out of the sales funnel as your client. But like, wait, this is like a uterus, right? So got to do the hands motions here with your freebie. It's like the follicles of your ovaries. Just, they're beckoning forward the people that are intrigued by your energy, just like in the Tibetan conception stories. So once they are in your world, then you can nurture them in your uterus with showing up. Okay, good. Someone likes the sales. Thanks, Kirsten. All right. Yeah. So including your offer. So once you get your niche statement, then you can more clearly see, okay, this would make sense to attract this energy, this person suffering from this particular struggle. And this is what I was going to mention. Not only is it for you, but this is what you're going to check in with your mindset on every day. So again, I encourage my clients to slowly write out their niche statement every morning in their journal to remind them of, okay, this is what my purpose is today. I'm going to help this person struggling with this so that they get to this result. I like doing this in the morning before any other pitter patter of giant teenage feet start scuffling upstairs. And then when I take a shower, then the answers come to me. How can I be a best service to my niche statement? Mom coaches who are struggling getting clients so that they can reach their income goals. And I'm up there washing my hair, scrubbing my brain, kind of massaging it. Then the answers come up. Then I come up with like, ooh, I should do a training on this. I got a great, idea for my own life I can share with them. I can, then you start coming up with ideas. So that is what your niche statement is for. And then finally, again, you get to become the go-to person. That is when people are looking in a Facebook group. Does anybody know someone who helps such and such people with this problem? You guys, when people are asking, is there a coach there who works only with mom coaches? That's when my name starts like popping up like popcorn in those threads. And it's just so like, oh, yes, I can help. And I could be like, yeah, that is my area of expertise. And then you're confident. I'm the go-to person. I'm the in all capital THEs. All right. So the smoothie, I wish these GIFs would kick in. You just need 3 ingredients. So when my daughter got in her green smoothie kick, she had the list. I'm sure you've seen like them on Pinterest or whatever. So the importance of that, of course, is for, making sure you get your nutrition. But this is another fun analogy with the smoothie one, is that you get the right consistency. The smoothie is not too thick, it's not too runny, it's just right. And your coaching business's success, it really rests on your consistency. So this is going to ensure that you're going to keep things simple so that you can show up over and over again in a delicious, nutritious way for your ideal client. So yes, so the 3 ingredients are your target audience, the main struggle that you are going to be the go-to person to solve, and a core result that they're seeking. Okay, so if during any of these steps you're feeling like, I can't decide, I encourage you to use the BHG process. Again, coaching is all about helping your clients make decisions, from the marketing piece, when you're the follicles, when you're beckoning towards them, to coming on a discovery call. We're always helping our clients make decisions and feeling confident about what your own decision-making process is. And it's always changing. So this is what my coaching toolkit looks like. It's full of decision-making tools. And I'm always seeking out new ones. In fact, I am going to be certified pretty quick here. My training starts on human design expert. So, because I've really noticed that knowing my own human design has made my decision-making processes that much smoother. So lean on what works for you in the past in terms of making decisions, and also just put yourself into a position of strength. And my mantra when it's time to make a decision is decision making sexy. So this comes, I shared this story before, but guilty pleasure alert. I love watching The Bachelor. And I remember a couple seasons ago, someone just kept describing The Bachelorette as, love how decisive she is. And I'm like, yeah, being decisive, sexy, especially when you are a CEO of your business. You need to make those strong, assertive decisions. So just put on again, you got your lab coat on, let's get a CEO hat on and let's make some strong, confident decisions. The BHG process, though, quick run through, it's also outlined in your workbook. B is for brain. So which each step of this, look into what you bring forward, almost like a resume, your life experiences, the challenges you overcome, your training, your education. Get it all down in paper. And number two, oh, actually, B for brain too. It's you're going to think of what you're already a little bit of an expert at. If you have training in one specific struggle, or even what are you curious about learning, right? Because I'm curious about learning more about human design. So that's now in my B area. So H is for heart. This is like moving down from your brain. Okay, I got all this knowledge. I have all this capability. Moving down into your heart, what really kind of like moves you to the point of tears, either tears of sadness or tears of joy. Because when we are showing up every day, helping our niche, we are going to falter. It is a part of the journey. It's part of life. We're going to have days where we're just like, ugh, I can't. I can't. I encourage you to take days off for sure, but we need to have something too. Days where we just want to give up. Remember your H, your heart. What do you feel compelled of how you want to make an impact in the world? And then after here, we're going to move down to your gut. Okay, we know what the brain can offer. We know what our heart is moving us towards. Now let's just make a decision already. In this very moment, what's your best guess? Take a deep breath, check in with all the components, and just choose. And then remembering a girl's allowed to change her mind. Let's look in 90 days how this is going, and there's evidence if it's working or not, and what tweaks we can make to your statement. Okay. Oh, I wish the GIFs were working. Imagine all these ladies cheering. It was so cute. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All right. So, who do you know? Okay, this is your target audience piece. So I was going to show my thumbnail. Okay. So you have space in your workbook. This is where we're going to choose who we are serving. So a good thing to lean on, it's like, again, almost the brain bit. It's who do I know? What communities am I a part of? What communities do I kind of want to get in there with? How would you describe yourself over the year as you went through your resume? What was your profession even? So just do a brain dump. And here I wrote down go broad, and then you can always narrow it down. So here's an example of what I mean by that. So audience example. So imagine there is someone, this is a totally fictional person, and she wrote down going really broad. Okay, women. I am open to just working with women. That's totally cool. You can always start with a broader niche, and then as you move forward with the process, you can get a little bit more specific. She's thinking, but really, I want to get more specific than that. My hunch is I want to work maybe just with moms. Or how about Christian moms? I am a homeschooling mom myself, maybe a homeschooling mom. My past professions, an attorney, an attorney, but not doing that anymore. I am divorced. I have a special needs kids. More specifically as homeschooling, unschooling. And, I got my twin boys here, so maybe I can work with twin moms. And, I do struggle with chronic fatigue. This poor mama, she's on her plate full. Hey. All right. So the next step is to choose, once you brain dump, let's just choose 3. So she just went through a process of elimination. You know what? I feel women is too broad. For me, I want to go more specific than just moms, though that's totally legit audience for sure. I want to put my attorney profession, I don't want to go there anymore. I don't want to work with divorced moms. I love special needs moms, but that's not where my heart is leading me towards. Unschooling, that's a little, I don't know. Chronic fatigue, no, I want to focus my top 3 favorite. I'm excited about Christian moms, homeschooling moms, and twin moms. Okay, so those are the 3 we're going to play with later on for audience, and same process for coming up with struggle. So thinking of, okay, what is keeping up your ideal client? So even though we don't have a niche yet, in your heart, you have an ideal client. So really quick, the difference is I like to think of, she carries the essence of people you want to hang out with, or people that when you're with them, you feel like your energy picks up a little, or you feel excited because that you can help them. They have the qualities of an ideal client. So they are, they are invested. They have a great work ethic. So whatever is important to you, hold them in your heart. You have probably a niggling of with your brain, the struggles you can help people through. What is keeping this mama up at night? And where are you feeling really called because you feel equipped to solve, or you're really willing to learn how to help them solve a particular problem? And this is where, again, your toolkit, use those tools on yourself to make a decision, but come up with look what you got in there. Okay, looking at this, my modalities, how can what's the struggle that I would love to help them through? And then here, just again, this fictional person brainstorming. Okay, I can help people who are feeling exhausted. I can help them get more organized. So an example of a struggle is a mom who's feeling, who's just feeling unorganized, struggling with time management in the homeschooling realm, maybe creating a curriculum, finding time for self-care, homeschooling twins. Just for kicks, I Googled challenges that homeschooling twin moms have. And so I'm like, yeah, they got some challenges. Um, they're craving recognition. They feel like they're not getting enough high fives, or, they want more biblical wisdom. Again, I had to Google that one. Like, this is great Google time too. You can Google, okay, my ideal audience, what are they struggling with? So maybe to get the idea ball rolling. And if you are drawn to a particular audience, it's a good sign that you're intimate with what their own struggles are. So brain dump time. And same process by elimination. This fictional mama came up with, I want to help them who are struggling with getting organized, their time management, and prioritizing their self-care. That's really important because it's going to bring them to an ultimate result. So you can either look at what is the main result that you want to help people get to. If you need to get some ideas rolling, you can look at the struggles that you decided that you want to focus on being an expert in, and then looking at, okay, once I move them through that struggle, what is their life going to look like that is going to really strike a chord with my ideal client? What is their like audacious life vision board look like? Where can I get them to? And again, touching on how I began promising mamas bliss. What does bliss mean to them? Or you can switch that out with another word. Okay, so examples. I'm just going to take a little sip of water first. Okay, result examples. So once they work with you, they are going to feel like they have more time to connect with their family, or more time to connect with themselves. Maybe, like us last year, we were homeschooling. My husband and I were both working from home. It's like, all right, we have enough family connection time. They want more, they get more energy. A great result for them would be like, if I could just get like better quality sleep, if I could feel less anxiety. You know what would be beautiful? The result is my kids learn more self-care, or my house is just more peaceful. I can just relax a bit more in my house. There's less fighting or less meltdowns. And here's what this fictional mama came up with. Her 3 niche smoothie blender ingredients for the results category is she wants to focus on getting them to being at a place where they have more time to connect with themselves, where they're teaching their kids the importance of self-care by modeling it to them, and having a more peaceful home. Okay, so now we're going to stick that in the blender. And this is what this fictional mama came up with. I want you to play with these and come up with 4 contenders of niche statement. So again, the example, this mama came up with, okay, a potential niche statement could be, I help Christian moms who are struggling with time management make more time for themselves. Or I help homeschooling moms struggling with self-care practices show their kids how self-care is done. Or I help moms to twins struggling with getting organized create more peace in their homes. Or I help homeschooling moms struggling with time management create more time for themselves. See how you can kind of like mix and match? So I encourage you come up with 4 potentials and dun, da, 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 we're going to choose one and then own it for 90 days. Again, no huge fanfare. We don't have to put on a parade. You're just going to write that down for 90 days every morning and then ask, what does she need to hear today? All right. And this is after you create a coaching package. So this is the gifts that finally choosing one, even just for 90 days, you're going to come out with. Number one, is going to dictate what your results focused coaching package is going to look like. It will tell you what makes sense in terms of the length of the package, what happens to get them to that result, what makes sense price-wise, everything. So coming up with this decision, let's just try on a coaching package that is based on this. And the gift number 2, again, you get to start to become known for this, even in your own head, because that is where it begins. The success of your coaching biz is believing in your head that you get results, because then you're going to show up with that energy. And as you show up in that energy, you get more visible. You stop being invisible. And this makes your messaging impactful because you're going to say the same thing over and over and over again. You're going to sound like a broken record, which is a good thing. Records in my own head, I like to think they have the best sound quality. I have my spin turntable and you want to sound like a record. Records are a good thing to sound like. And again, you don't have to, you could, even though you choose one struggle, you get to focus on like your process and you talk about everything under this umbrella over and over again, and you get confident and people get to hear it more than once. It's very important. And finally, like I touched upon before, this is offering you a powerful mindset tool that you get to write out every day, and you get to remind yourself that you made the decision to get these people this result, and you get better and better. And then you start creating your own intellectual property. You start becoming the go-to person, and then you get to take off from there into e-courses, group coaching packages, masterminds, memberships. This is the beginning. Okay, again, from here you create consistent 2K months as a mom coach. This is the seed. And from there, the next step is you create a simple plan. So you look at, okay, the coaching package that this decision dictates, how many of these do I need to sell each month to start making 2K months as a mom coach? And this simple marketing plan I help my clients create. I call it the 4x1 because just one, 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 one. You only think about one thing 4 times. And already with this niche statement, we already like boom, boom. We got rid of one thing. The niche statement is number 1, and it goes hand in hand with your offer. And this way, you just need to show up 1 to 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. I always encourage my clients, we put that into our success plan as well. Time off so you can get inspired, because in those moments of walking, of hiking behind your husband, looking at his cute butt, the mountain trail, woo, the ideas come up of like, ooh, this is something I can offer my niche. I don't know. Ideas come up in like the funniest places. All right. So you're also going to master making decisions. Again, this is a muscle we need to be exercising every day. And again, it's a gift of being an entrepreneur. We got to be quick on our feet, and then we need to implement the decisions as soon as possible. So the quicker we make a decision and stick to it and implement them, the faster you'll be reaching that 2K a month and beyond goal. And then it's so important, you guys, that you celebrate all the little wins as well as celebrating the little failures. What didn't work here? Now that is a gift that keeps paying itself. You're going to treat those failures like a like an e-course or a mastermind you signed up for. You're going to learn from the failures so that you're just getting more and more streamlined. Okay, so you can make it, but it's easier if you don't have to do it alone. And this is a quote by Betty Ford. And this is where I come in to tell you I can help you not do this alone by us working together because I can help you create a full-time income, again, working only part-time hours from home. I'm going to take another sip. I always get a froggy in my throat at this time. Okay, excuse me. So as I was mentioning, 1 to 2 hours marketing your biz. If you want to be making 2K a month as a mom coach, you have to factor in that you're going to have coaching clients in there as well. So yeah, definitely still a part-time job, but making a full-time income. So what is often holding back the people who come to me who are seeking, I want to start getting more clients, is they don't have clarity. They don't know how to explain what it is they do. And what ends up happening, you start using like floofy language, like transform. I don't know, that's the first one that comes to mind. But it's coach speak, right? So we want to get really concrete so that your clients start getting results from working with you and you know how to explain what that is. And then, so once your niche is decided on, we come up with your 4x1. And it's a plan that ensures that you do show up in those 1 to 2 hours, making really productive work, really impactful, and you stay consistent. And that is the key to you reaching your success and tenacity, meaning, you know, in your heart, you're never going to give up. If you are drawn to this training, if you're a mom coach, that's something that a calling you can't really just like shake off. It's going to be with you. So might as well commit to going for it and not giving up. So keep it simple because we don't want you to burn out. We don't want you to get frustrated. We want you to make progressive growth in the direction of reaching your income goals. So again, my niche is helping mom coaches get clients so they reach those goals. And this is how I like to work. So I am gentle, yet I am firm in helping you make decisions. I can be a little bossy sometimes. So there's some coaches and I've worked with them and I love them and they're impactful. And a lot of it though is throwing the question back. It's like, well, what do you think? What do you think? And I'm all about simplifying so you can access your inner knowing. But I know there's times where you just want someone to tell you. You're just like, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I will answer that question for you. So I'm here to tell you what to do if you want. I'll also, until you've had some experiences, I just don't want you to waste your time. And the only thing standing between you and getting to those 2K months is overthinking every little thing. So stop overthinking. Use my brain for that. I've overthought everything possible in this realm. So working with me, you don't have to worry about that. And you'll have your 4x1 plan too to lean on. Okay, so but now I have 2 ways to work with me. So as you guys, if you've been following me for a while, you know my signature program. There has been some tweaks to it. Very gentle, minor tweaks, still get the same result. So this one is the Mom Coaching Biz Kickstart. It's us working together one-on-one for 6 months. And what we do in the first month is we set you up with your success plan. So we get really sold in your niche statement. We create your package. We create your 4x1 plan, which tells you, you know, where you're showing up on social media, where are you, you know, finding with your follicles, your next clients, how you're nurturing them in your sales uterus. And another cool way we're going to do that is also co-creating your new client welcome packet. So this is a 5-day training I offered, but I noticed that in the creation of it, you get clarity on what your not only what your policies are, like the admin stuff, but also you're going to explain in this welcome packet your coaching process. You're going to outline the roadmap of how you're going to get your client from a point A to a point B, your niche statement, and everything in between is going to be fodder for your social media, your newsletters, how you show up, how you talk to your potential clients in discovery calls. You also get access to me, very generous in terms of responding within business hours to Voxers, email, messages, messenger on Facebook or Instagram. So if you get stuck, just a holler away within reason. So the bonus, speaking of discovery calls, is the Mom Coaching Biz Birth Kit, because there's trainings on such things on how to actually run discovery calls, mindset trainings, templates to offer in-person workshops, nurturing sequence for your email, how to create a freebie. Plus, bonus, you get my coaching training manual to teaching moms how to coach moms. Excuse me, froggy. Here, I'm going to click to next slide because I got some September bonuses. So you can read that while I take a sip and try to like wash down this frog. Okay, excuse me. If I got a September back to school, I call it back to school September bonus. The kids went back to school here in Canada in September, so I thought this would be fun. So this is only available for a shorter time because it's very handsy, it's very hands-on, and I'm not sure if I can offer this again. So if you sign up for my 6 months, I will help you create your freebie and help you get it set up as well. If you're using ConvertKit, I am a ConvertKit queen. I will write your sales page for your work with me. We'll also co-create the bones of it together, of course, but I will write that out for you. And finally, I will help you set up with your simple, blissful branding. I'm not a branding expert, but I love coming up with the bones of your branding so you can at least stay cohesive until you can afford an actual professional. But it's a really, really, it's one of my favorite things to do in my business. And I love teaching my clients. I have a process that's really fun. And I have a plus plus. So this is new. This one will stick around beyond September. It's just something I feel really excited about because I am so confident that you're gonna love us working together. I'm offering the double bliss guarantee. So the first part of the double bliss, if within the first 30 days, you're just like, this isn't working for me, I will just give you your refund back and blessings. No pressure, what's the word? No hard feelings. The second part of the double bliss guarantee, if by the end of our 6 months, God forbid, it won't happen, but you don't make your investment back, we will keep working together through Voxer until I'll do everything in my power, but I'm not even worried about it. My clients get results pretty darn quick. All right, so this is blocking my head. My other, eat. Where did it go? I got something new here for you guys. It's the 2-hour Mom Coaching Biz Intensive. So this is new. 2 hours where we'll actually just do that first part. In 2 hours, we'll get you set up with your 4x1 marketing plan. And again, this one, there's no double bliss guarantee because there's going to be a deliverable like that. Then and there, you're going to get it. I'm going to shoot it off to you. We're going to spend 2 hours together. There's going to be a little bit of homework leading up to it. So I have an overarching view of where you're at. So I can offer you like a really comprehensive success plan in terms of, how to show up to get you to 2K months. And again, you will also have access to me for a week after this session with any question. And then a bonus to that one, you also get the Mom Coaching Biz Birth Kit. And what that includes also as part of the Coaching Biz Birth Kit, outside of everything I already mentioned, is that you also get these webinars. I house those in there because the recording is only available for 48 hours and then I put them to bed, but I upload them into the Coaching Biz Birth Kit. So it's a huge resource library, like too many things in there for me to actually mention here. So that's the bonus. And so The 2-hour mom coaching biz intensive is a $997 investment. I also offer a payment plan, 2 payments of $550 if you prefer. And this is where, again, we map out your strategy to get you to 2K months. And we do that in 2 hours. Oops, I'm going to go into case studies, but I think I accidentally skipped over the investment. That's what I was trying to show you. The investment to the Coaching Biz Kickstart 6 months with me is $5,000 investment. And there's also a payment plan available for that one as well. All right, there's 2 ways, the 6 months with me or 2 hours with me. Both ways, you get lots of support and you will know your niche solid and what to do next. And here is a case study I wanted to share with you. This is my client, Diana. So I just want to share her story. So when she came to me, she was very like, I need help with my niche. And here she shares her stories. She was 8 months into her coaching business and found herself consuming a lot of content and having lots of niche drama. And she actually said here, like, do I have one or do I not? And then within our first 2 sessions, we identified her niche and she felt a shift. And you guys, now she has committed herself to working with part-time physician mom coaches who are wanting to feel less overwhelmed. And she is rocking and rolling. As soon as we landed on it, we came up with a plan for her to show up and speak to this community. And it's just been like boom, boom, boom. It really, really has been lucrative for her. This is sweet Ashley. So she too is in the medical community. Says as a OT and she works with kids. So she had so many mini struggles that she could help her clients through. So it's just a matter of like homing in on one. So what we did with her is we just kind of took turns, almost like the 90 days. And the experimentation with that was really powerful because we saw the hot button struggles that mamas really responded to. And she had the tools in her toolkit that she was able to offer like really concrete process to get, you know, these moms a difference in their children's behaviors. So for example, like she was looking at screen time. That one was just popping with interest when she was promoting that in Facebook groups. So she shared that when we started working together, she was just starting off as a coach and didn't know how to move forward. And now she has a plan and she sorry, right here. So she made a big investment in her business and it was scary at first, but after hiring me, she started getting clients. So good for Ashley. And then this is Shanna, and same thing. We landed on the niche of working with Christian mom life coaches. So I wrote here overwhelmed with emotions because she's very passionate about reading the landscape of emotions. So this was so much fun working with her, but we had to come up with a tangible way of how that fits in with the Christian mom, like what struggle within there. So that was a really deep dive exploration, and having that 4x1 plan with her niche statement written out so beautifully. So you guys should check out her website. So now she doesn't feel overwhelmed and she can always lean on the 4x1, going back to keeping it simple, going back to meditating on her niche statement or praying on her niche statement so she can regroup herself. And now she says here, she's okay and she's ready to go forward again. So just a couple of quick case studies, and I keep having to move myself. All right. Uh-oh. Awesome. You're so welcome. Yay. Good, good, good. I always worry that this headset, if I touch this button by accident, I mute myself. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So let's do this. If you're ready to become a case study to start moving forward, you got a niche statement decided, if not at this very moment. I bet you in a couple of hours you will. For sure, you could go forward and figure this out on your own or work with me, someone who's been here before, someone who's an expert in helping mom coaches get clients. Again, 2 ways to work with me now. The 6-month program is double bliss guaranteed. The intensive is not, again, just because you get the deliverables pretty quick. Both ways, you get lifetime access to the Mom Coaching Biz Birth Kit, which is a rich resource that just keeps on growing with new programs in there. And the first step is to book a call. So you got the link there. You can also reply to any of the emails that were offering you how to get onto this free training. And also you can find me. So again, the bonuses are available until the end of September. Other than that though, I'm here for you. I cannot wait to hop on a call with some of you. And thank you so much for showing up. And unless we have any questions, you could just type in the chat box if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to bid you all a dip, and we will talk to some of you very soon. All right, my loves, thanks for coming. This was a blast. I love talking this stuff, and I will see you later. Bye.